Mutoko on Botswana Legends, and I'm with Mr. Maje. Earlier on, we were talking about his life, family, and so on, and we are continuing to talk about business or entrepreneurship, as we normally call it. Now, Mr. Maje, before we went to the break, you were telling us about some of the principles that entrepreneurs should follow, and you emphasized so much on the issue of reading, and I think that one is well covered, and I'm sure all the upcoming entrepreneurs will have to start to read if they want to be successful. Now, quite a lot of entrepreneurs, especially upcoming ones, they say, look, I don't want to work for anybody. I want freedom. I want to be able to work the time that I like. I can wake up at 11 o'clock. I can wake up at 12 o'clock. Please advise us on that.
I mean, I wish that was true, because you find that once you start venturing into the entrepreneurship journey, now you're taking quite a lot of responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah, your responsibility lies with the shareholders who have invested in the business,
right?
Your employees whom you are, committing that you're gonna, look after them, and you have to guide them to deliver the mandate. You have to be able to, see talent, so that you build a very, very solid team. Just like, building a soccer team, I know people can relate very well with soccer teams. Yeah. Even in business, that is what comes to play. So there's no time of having free time.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, we do, plan and schedule going on vacation so that you can go and recharge. And then, you use other methods to keep fit, such as going to the gym, meditating, yoga, whatever works very well for you to stay focused and to stay agile.
Wow.
Yeah. So when people say to you that they will be having free time, not in the entrepreneurship world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those who want to succeed in entrepreneurship must be ready to work most likely more hours than those who are employed.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because you see, like now, you have to imagine, like, let's say today you start with a team of 2 people. That means those 2 people, they've got divided roles.
Okay.
You are still managing all their roles.
Right.
When the number increases and as the number grows, it means more and more and more responsibility and more roles.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are there any other principles that you would want the viewers to hear in terms of what makes somebody successful in life or in business?
Yeah, you find that in developed markets, usually they say you should have a mentor. But in Africa, because especially from Botswana side, we don't have a lot of entrepreneurs. So my mentors has been books, of successful entrepreneurs. So even any entrepreneur, I'll say, or aspiring entrepreneur, I'll say to them they should look closely at books, and then also they should set clear goals. What is it that they want to achieve? Okay. Because if you go into business and you don't have a set clear goal, you'll fail. Because if your goal is to be a millionaire, then the principles of being a millionaire are very, very clear.
Okay.
So those, now if you don't follow those, then you won't succeed. Okay. Equally, like if you want to be a billionaire, you have to follow those principles. So those are some of the things that I think can guide, and which I have used to stay in business. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's not easy to find mentors here. Where even our successful entrepreneurs, they don't really do mentoring. They think there's this fear that if I mentor you, you might take my business.
Okay.
So everybody's. Things are not secretive.
Because I see in Botswana it's very difficult to see a list of millionaires written somewhere.
But I'll give you an example of a situation where, a developed market, like a company like Google, they themselves, employ a lot of smart guys.
Okay.
Yeah, and eventually these smart guys leave. So instead of fighting with them, what they did, they started a venture fund called Google Ventures, which invests in these guys' ideas.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but these are some of the things which are far-fetched from our kind of environment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, looking at funding businesses, where do you see the future of funding? Do you think we are doing enough to fund young entrepreneurs in Botswana?
I know we're doing nothing. There's nobody funding businesses.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you see, like now, in a lot of developed markets or markets where there's a lot of success, private guys fund businesses.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say in Canada, you find that a lot of retired people they put money together, and then they come and send smart young guys into Africa to buy mining assets, and then they list those assets in Canada.
Wow.
And they make a lot of money.
Wow.
But if I was to sell that kind of concept here, everybody, the first thing they people are already concerned about is, okay, if I lose my money. But in business, you lose, you win,
Okay.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be afraid to lose.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on crowdfunding? Do you think it can help our entrepreneurs?
Crowdfunding, yes, it serves a certain market, but they, even now, because I usually like referring to, successful formulas.
Right.
Yeah, this venture funding, it's a successful formula.
Okay.
Yeah, crowdfunding is still coming up, but I cannot give you like a lot of examples of successful crowdfunding situations.
Okay.
So, but I'm not saying it's not a viable method, but I don't understand that model very well.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other one, I understand it very well. Seed funding, friends and family funding. A lot of people has succeeded in that kind of investment. You look at a company like Napsas, in South Africa, it's a 2 trillion rand company.
Wow.
Why they invested in this company in Tencent in China, which owns WeChat.
Wow.
So now they're like a break.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But all these things, you need to be able to, also as an investor, understand what is it that you want to achieve. We find that one of the biggest challenges which I've seen in Botswana is that we never developed an entrepreneurship environment. Okay. We basically developed a entrepreneurship environment and a distributorship environment. Where, if you are taking this pen from South Africa and saying it to me, what knowledge, what value do you add? It's not, you're not innovating anything. Even myself, I could do the same thing. Right. The next guy could do the same thing. So it just depends on who came in first. So now we have an environment where everybody is either a distributor or a entrepreneur. Yeah.
So what do you think can be done to raise more independent entrepreneurs in the country?
It's very complicated. Yeah. It's complicated in the sense that I feel even the leadership doesn't understand how to approach it. Okay. So if they don't understand how to approach it, then it becomes very difficult to preach it. Yeah. Like now they will talk about promoting SMMEs, promoting this, but nobody has ever said, okay, these are the core aspects that we have to look at to say, okay, no, maybe we're experimenting with this 10 SMMEs, and then we see how they progress. Once that model and formula is successful, it becomes easy to replicate. Okay. But not where you now throw what do you call the net wide and just praying that hopefully you'll catch a fish. So it has to be well thought out, where we say, okay, no, there are 10 industries, 10 SMMEs, this is what we're going to focus on, and then once that is done and it's successful, then you can replicate it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. So what are some of the challenges that you have faced as an entrepreneur, and how did you manage to deal with them?
I mean, the biggest challenge, which one of which we faced, I think, is faced by many African business people, is that when you are dealing with a fellow African, especially in position of power or government or even, they don't trust us.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't trust us. They don't believe we can deliver. So you find that wherever you are starting, you're always starting in a very, very, what you call challenging position.
Okay.
So to win them, it needs a lot of convincing. I will give you an example. Let's say if I was to take a government employee out for dinner, so that I could present my case, so that they can understand my vision. They will not take that, it's because it's going to be perceived as corruption and bribery.
All right.
Okay? But the very same guys, they will invite somebody from Europe, they will invite somebody from India, they will invite somebody from China, and they will host this person here. They will have breakfast with them, they will have lunch with them, they will have dinner with them. That means they're giving this guy an unfair advantage. Yeah, but to them and to the whole society, that is not seen as anything wrong. But if I was to do the same, just not even like asking for 3 meals, just one.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are always struggling to get to talk to the powers that be, to get that information. And when people come here, they even give them the information that they'll never give you. Yeah, because knowledge, like they say, knowledge is power. It's what you know. Yeah. So when I share with you information on the projects which are coming, I'm giving you an unfair advantage. But Mr. Maje, you keep him in the dark, or other entrepreneurs, they are kept in the dark, and they are told, no, you guys should guess. You should try to formulate something. So those are some of the things that, if Africans could be comfortable, with one another, and it's not a problem just in Botswana, everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's interesting. So, if you were to start all over, like right now, what business would you go into? Because there are some youngsters out there that are asking, which business idea can I follow right now, which is hot property at the moment?
I'll still do two businesses.
Okay.
Yeah, one is still real estate and one is technology.
Amazing.
Yeah, because these businesses have got massive growth.
Okay.
Yeah, they are not. They're not touched. If you look at real estate capacity or advancement, we only. The only advanced country in Southern Africa is South Africa.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that means all other markets, still a lot of real estate,
a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, which needs to be developed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So people just need to learn real estate, understand it, and stay disciplined in it. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
then technology will always make access to, other markets, barrier to entry. It breaks the barrier to entry, because one of the challenges which has always made it impossible for us to start business. Like now, I'll give you an example. Let's say if I wanted to develop a software solution, I had to invest in servers. Nowadays, at the click of a button, I rent a server and I'm done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And everything is live.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and it costs you like tiny winny, so you have got the same advantage as a guy sitting in America, as a guy sitting in China. Yeah. But so if we don't take advantage of those two industries, I think we will be missing out on
which means for our youngsters out there, the time we spend probably on social media and on technology, we should be asking ourselves how we are converting that to money, rather than causing other people to become richer and richer.
Definitely. Every time you waste time on Facebook, you are making Zuckerberg
rich.
Yeah.
Someone rich.
But at the same time, Zuckerberg has created a situation whereby He's saying, I don't want to be rich alone. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys can tap into this thing
Okay.
and make some money out of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just like, I know that some of the models which people have promoted very well is this network marketing,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even this thing, these platforms are network marketing platforms.
Yeah.
You just have to understand how do you use it to sell. People make maybe $10,000 a month doing nothing, basically just redirecting traffic, because every business in the world, they need traffic to be driven so that they can close deals.
Wow.
So if you know how to drive traffic,
I hope our listeners are hearing this. And I know you are big talking about business plans as we go towards the end. Unfortunately, time is very jealous. Now, what would you say about the issue of writing a business plan? How does it contribute to business success?
I think business plan, there's a gentleman called Steve, I forgot his name, but it will come.
Okay.
Yeah, he developed a business model. Yeah, business model canvas.
Okay.
Yeah, and that model, you pivot as you develop your business, because the biggest challenge with the business plan is that it's fixated, so it assumes positive things, to the extent that it doesn't anticipate the risk that you encounter in a business environment. Like now, if let's say I want to start even just a software business, I'll give you an example. Yeah, when I did it, everything looks very perfect.
Okay.
There's the need, there's the demand, there's everything.
Right.
But now you get to the very same customer you want to sell this product to. Now they've got fear that, what are you going to do with their information? They can't trust that, you will keep their information safe. Even if you try to give them assurance that, I will, you can sign off with Microsoft, they will be the one looking after your data. No, that they're not comfortable. Yeah. So, and that is something that you never anticipated in a business plan.
Right.
Yeah, you come and you learn in the environment. So a business plan, as much as it can be a guide, but it is not a very, very solid guide which I would want to use. I always want to find out in the streets that this is actually reality. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now, your last words, Mr. Maje. What advice would you give to an entrepreneur, whether he's young or is elderly or whoever, who wants to go into business or they have been struggling? Because one of the things I've realized is sometimes we talk about people starting businesses, but there's another challenge that there are businesses that have been started, but they are not growing. What advice would you give?
Yeah, one thing you have to know that once you start a business, it's now you're sacrificing everything.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's all about you now taking it to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I say sacrifice, it means, even some of the things which people, because they are perceived misconception, which then once people have got those, they think, no, that is actually building a successful business. I'll give you an example. I've seen that entrepreneurs here fail to even have a succession plan.
Right.
Yeah. So where you develop talented guys who will take over your business,
Okay.
whether it's your son or your daughter or anybody who is equally talented. You bring them in to build the business so that even tomorrow when you are retired or when you are gone, that business still continues. There are a lot of big businesses which are private businesses which are still run by private individuals, or listed businesses which are run by people who actually never started these businesses.
Wow.
Yeah. So also you have to impart the knowledge and the cultures that all employees should understand that they are part and parcel of this business. They've got the same responsibility as you as the founder.
Okay.
Yeah. And you have to trust them. You have to nurture them. So if you don't do that, that means if tomorrow you are not there or you're sick, that business doesn't go.
Oh,
yeah, because nobody knows exactly how the whole machine works.
Wow.
So that is one of the things which I think our entrepreneurs, they fail to understand that, okay, no, this thing is not yours.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Once you create that community, it's that community. Yes.
Wow. Wow. Being able to pass it on.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So I wouldn't want to close without asking this one. People complain that we have only 2 million people in Botswana. The market is small. What would you say to that?
I mean, the market is small, but it's an extremely profitable market.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a high margin market. I mean, shopping malls have come here. They've done very well. Banks are doing extremely well. Insurance companies are doing excessively well. Tourism is doing excessively well.
Okay.
So that market, yes, is small, but it's a very lucrative market. And also you find that smarter entrepreneurs, what they've done, they started out here, took advantage of the environment, and then they expanded into other markets.
All right.
Yeah. So you can still shoot from here. You don't necessarily, because you have to understand that, I mean, when you're going to do business in South Africa, the cost of starting a business there is very high.
Okay.
And the margins are very low.
Oh.
Yeah. But whereas here, the cost of starting business
is low.
Yeah, and the margins are high. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the two trade-offs. So either you go in, in South Africa, you need quite a lot of money. Yeah,
right.
The market is big. That one I'm not disputing. But equally, the margins are low. Yeah, because there's a massive competition. Yeah, but here, I mean, a lot of players. Some players have been in the market for 20, 30 years without competition. Basically, they're just they've been given the monopoly platform. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So I don't think, it is a bad market. I think it's one of the most brilliant markets, cash flow wise also. Government and other suppliers or other organizations, they pay on time, so that helps also entrepreneurs to be able to stay liquid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Maje. To our viewers, thank you for spending your time watching this video, and we hope you are going to like it, you're going to comment, you are going to subscribe. Mr. Maje, thank you. Until next time, this is Botswana Legends. Goodbye for now.